Hi everyone. Just when you thought that you would not be getting any more notifications or messages from me, surprise, here I am again. We didn't receive the in-person graduation that we deserved, but Nancy and I hope that this little tribute to our class can provide us with a little bit of positivity that we all could use. You chose me to give us a speech at our actual graduation, and I wanted to give you and your families that speech, or at least something similar, because it's kind of hard to gauge the crowd via camera. So now imagine that you're sitting in the ceremony hall in Poznan wearing heavy robes, and it's a hot day at the end of May, and you know that you have a reservation to party with family friends in about an hour. You could probably fast forward this speech, or at least watch it 2x speed. So first and foremost, congratulations to each and every one of you. Little did I know that when we first started together on August 29th, 2016, how sharing this experience with you all would profoundly shape who I became. I now know to never accept a nomination for a class rep position ever again. I'm teasing. It was truly an honor to serve each and every one of you and our class as a whole so we could accomplish something truly amazing together, and that's becoming physicians. Over the course of our 4 years together, we shared a lot of firsts. For the first time, we celebrated 3 birthdays at once our freshman year, and many of us definitely had a very, very good time. You know who you are. We came up with crazy costumes for Halloween. We had our first Thanksgiving away from home in a new country with our new family. We shared the stresses of the first NBME exam, the second NBME exam, and even the third. We experienced bringing new life into this world, oftentimes with wide eyes, holding our breath, and very thankful we had shoe covers. And we saw patients that we couldn't help, and we didn't know what to say. We celebrated our successes together, and we picked each other up when we fell down. And we even got to experience a global pandemic right in time for our senior year. We have a lot of firsts together that I will not soon forget. So thank you all for those memories. You all come from different walks of life, at different stages of your life, and from every corner of this planet. We started as fellow classmates, but we ended as a family, forged in the crucible that is medical school. We didn't just make it in, we made it out. I'm truly humbled to not only share the title of physician with you, but a degree from the same institution. You are all kind, caring, brilliant people, and you will make the world a much better place. We as newly minted physicians still have a lot to learn. It's almost scary that we can legally say, yes, I'm a doctor. And if you ask my family, I think they're a bit nervous as well. But that's the beauty of medicine. It's called a practice for a reason. There is no master, and there is no one who has all the answers. And hopefully my patients never end up watching this video. But you and I, all of us, we get to impact the human aspect of medicine. This journey between first breath and last is where we will make a difference. Dedicating our lives to serve those in need will be a most challenging yet incredibly fulfilling way to spend our time. We all owe a lot of thank yous to a lot of people. It's impossible to include everyone, but there are a few that I believe deserve special mention. To our families and friends who watched us go through this, who saw the Stockholm Syndrome develop, for those who encouraged us and supported us throughout the whole journey, thank you. Without you, this journey would be infinitely more difficult. Next, I would like to thank our teachers, our professors, our residents, and our attending physicians at PUMS for doing what many cannot, and that's teach. I'm sure that after a 24-hour shift, the last thing anyone wants is a group of medical students constantly asking why, or, more appropriate for 4th year, can we just go home? Either way, you helped shape us and set the foundation for the physicians that we will become. Thank you. And the final thank you goes to our patients. From those that donated their bodies to science so that we may learn anatomy, to those that let brand new 3rd-year medical students poke and prod for hours while we pretended to know what we were doing, but professionally. Your patience, no pun intended, and your understanding means more to us than you will know. And lastly, a thank you to those patients that impacted us emotionally, those that made us catch our breath, those that made us question our own mortality, and those that challenged us to see a different way of life. Our patients allowed us in during the most personal and vulnerable moments of their lives, and we owe it to them to use what they taught us to heal those that come to us for aid. To our patients, thank you. We are graduating at a pivotal moment in history, a global pandemic that many alive have never experienced, tensions rising in countries all over the world, challenges that generations after us will face. It's fair to ask, what can I do? No matter what happens in this world around us, your dedication to your patient must be unfaltering. I challenge all of us to not lose sight of the compassion and empathy we have for our fellow man. I challenge us to use that compassion to seek justice for our patients and our communities. We owe it to those that we serve to be the calm in the storm. May we always strive to do good in this world and never settle for good enough. Thank you all for being part of this journey I'll never forget. Congrats. you.